I spent the last 3 months trying every AI coding tool I could get my hands on. Every model, every harness, every subscription, you name it. Then I went through my billing page and canceled everything. Cold turkey. What's now left is a stack of tools that have actually earned their spot. Not the most popular picks, not the ones with the loudest launch videos, but the ones that I genuinely reach for every day, be it engineering work, research, or anything else. Every tool has a specific purpose. Let me warn you, one of them is going to make people mad. I already know it. So just hear me out before you comment. So I'm gonna break this down in 3 different buckets: models, harnesses, and the glue that connects them all together. So let's dive in. All right, bucket number 1 is models. Models are the brains of our application. The first one up is GPT 5.5. Is just very, very, very good. It's fundamentally different experience from what we had last year, and this has been my daily driver for complex reasoning. Anytime I need some complex architectural work, I'm definitely lean on GPT 5.5. However, GPT 5.5 is not so great when it comes to generating UI element. Whenever I need like a beautiful UI for my application, I always lean on Opus 4.7, which is undisputed right now. If you need a React component to look right for the first time, if you want it to be exactly structured and designed the way you want it, that's exactly what I do. Opus 4.7 is what I route the prompt to. I also look at sites on Dribble and take a screenshot and submit it to Opus 4.7 to match exactly what I'm looking for. But when it comes to edge cases and testing, I have been playing a lot with Gemma 4. Gemma 4 is a local open coding model. If you haven't already, definitely check out this video where I walk through an example for how I added authentication using a local open coding model. But it has been incredibly cool to run locally. I have N8N running locally. I use in my business to perform a variety of tasks. Once I'm done recording a video like this one, then I have N8N literally go through and parse through my transcript, create blog posts for me, create several social media elements that I could leverage in the future. I have a specific pipeline that I use, and I use Gemma 4 for that. I don't need Gemma 4 to be the fastest. However, it is so good on artificial index, and it has been an incredibly cool model to run locally, especially when you're not in a time crunch. Then we have Gemini 3 Pro, Gemini Flash Preview, and so on for insanely fast context queue. Anytime I want to do research, do some deep work, or planning a feature or whatever, I lean on these models and ask exactly what I'm looking for. I toggle the URL context here so that it has access to just Google searching, so it can search for anything that I'm looking for as well. I use it to, in fact, script a video like this one, or refer specific videos or reference articles. If I want to do some deep research, or even plan a really complex feature, plan mode in Claude Code, I also lean on Gemini to work hand in hand with it so that it really gives me the intelligence that I'm looking for. And here's the controversial one, and I'm not sure if you're gonna love it. So are you ready for it? So this one is Sonnet 4.5. Then you're gonna be like,
why the hell are you using Sonnet 4.5?
well, the thing is, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. You're gonna say it's outdated, but hear me out. The token consumption is so low right now and the speed is high that background agents, it's literally perfect. Now, I covered how I created my own set of agents in this specific video. I also walked you through some code. It is literally perfect. I don't need GPT 5.5 to parse a JSON file, or in order to check if my Next.js course is outdated, I don't need the latest model level intelligence for that. I'm not building brand new features. I just have a pipeline that I want to run. And for that specifically, Sonnet 4.5 gets the work done at a fraction of a cost, and that's why I love it. I feel like these models are amazing and their intelligence honestly is top tier. However, if there are specific tasks that you don't necessarily need the level of intelligence or token consumption, then you could simply use these older models that are just as good and will give you the results that you're looking for as well. So that's exactly what I lean on. But before we walk more into my stack, let's talk about the tool that has literally never left my stack. You already know that I love Clerk for authentication. I in fact use it on my Next.js course platform. I truly swear by it. But they just dropped Clerk CLI, and it fundamentally changes how fast you can spin up a project. Instead of clicking around a dashboard to configure your keys, user flows, you just live in the terminal. And guess what? A Claude Code or any of these agents all live in your terminal. So if your terminal has the intelligence that you're looking for, then why the hell would you lean on anything else? All you need to do is just install the Clerk package or ask the agents to do it, and you just ask use Clerk CLI to scaffold your Next.js project, and that's it. Your auth is scaffolded, your webhooks are linked, and you are back to actually writing your application. And auth is just something that Clerk just takes care of. So if you're building modern apps and you are not using the CLI yet, you are wasting your time. So take a look at the link in the description below, or let them know that I sent you, because I absolutely love it. And I think Clerk building the CLI is definitely the future in this agentic world as well. So huge shout out to Clerk for kindly sponsoring this video. Then we have harnesses. A model is useless if the UI you use to interact with it sucks. And for that, my workflow is completely locked into Claude Code paired with Cursor. The way to integrate context from your entire code base is still unmatched. I don't care what the haters say, but Cursor is still the king of the editor space. The tab completions as I'm writing my code is honestly unmatched. Did give me that joy whenever my code would autocomplete, whenever I'm writing any complex feature. I don't have to remember everything. Now, obviously, agents do everything now, but tab complete is also very important, because every now and then you have to dig into the code to figure out exactly what needs to be done. And obviously, Claude Code, I'm on the max plan right now because Opus 4.7 is one of the best coding models out there, and Claude Code in general, the way it functions, their plan mode feature, and a lot of it in fact works really hand in hand and is pretty cool with how my brain works. So obviously, these two are something that I cannot live without. Sometimes I also have multiple agents running in Claude Code. However, I also have Cursor take over some of them, and each agent has an own description, so they perform the specific tasks as well. So that is amazing. However, I'm also keeping a close eye on OpenCode. It's getting really good, really fast, and it's keeping the proprietary folks on their toes. So definitely check out OpenCode as well if you haven't already, because it's also pretty good. Lastly, I think I'm also want to give a shout out to Codex, because I've been using it a bit as well. Honestly, the user experience there is just amazing. So something that I'm keeping an eye on. However, I'm really mainly sticking to Claude Code and Cursor for now, because that's the way I like it. Let's talk about the glue of my application. What connects everything together, and what are some actual subscriptions that I'm paying for to tie all of this together? First of all, I use Claude Code Max Plan and Gemini Pro. For Gemini Pro, I in fact attach a key anytime I need intelligence from models like Gemini Pro Max, or if I run out of the free tokens. If I also want to use Nano Banana, then I definitely use that as well. Just give me the rate limit I actually need to do my job without hitting a wall at 2 p.m. So that's really amazing. Claude Code Max, obviously, because I'm a power user and I write a lot of code, and be it on my YouTube channel or my different SaaS apps, the different types of work that I do on the side as well, I really need it. So definitely that is very important. But the real glue, the piece that connects my brain to the code, is in fact Whisper Flow AI. They are not sponsoring this video. However, I have a habit of talking versus typing everything. Anytime I am out and about, I take my dog for a walk, I'm using the voice to code feature that has finally gotten to the point where it's not a gimmick anymore. I'm literally talking to my editor, and it's scaffolding out logic that I can legit type, which has been amazing. They also have a mobile app which I use, so if I'm taking my dog for a walk, and I could simply talk to Whisperflow AI and create a plan together, and then it automatically translates into code as I get to my editor. Pair that with Clerk CLI to handle all my infrastructure. My time to first paint has never been lower. So that's incredible. So Whisperflow AI is also amazing. Again, they're not sponsoring. If anyone from Whisperflow AI is watching this video, then please slide into my DMs, because I would be happy to collab over here as well, because I'm a huge fan. So here's what I want to leave with you today, because there's so much noise in this AI-driven world. Stop paying for 10 different AI tools that do the literal same thing. Test out different models. Find the models that fit your agent workflows. Get a good harness. Use the tools that get out of your way. Don't let the noise distract you from what's working for you, because sometimes I get a lot of hate if I'm still using Sonnet 4.5, because people are like, what the hell? Why not use the latest model? You also have to think about your budget, what exactly you are doing, and so on as well when it comes to using these models. So let me know in the comments below if you disagree with my Sonnet 4.5 take, and what are some of the models that are your favorite and what do you use for, so we can make the comment section a good community that we can bounce our ideas off of. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next one. Bye for now.